Live from Southern Colorado's news leader, this is News First 5 at 10.
A shooting in the middle of the day right outside a busy Pueblo shopping center. We'll have the latest.
Plus, businesses closed, streets shut down, a nightclub fire in the Springs now under investigation.
Also ahead, 1 month before the deadline, President Obama says the U.S. combat role will end on schedule and as promised. Plus,
we've had a lot of interesting stories in our life, and this, I think, tops it off.
A Colorado Springs family now the proud parents of triplets, but their babies are more than just 1 in a million. Try 1 in 200 million. Oh, what a story. A little bit on that later on. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rob Quirk.
And I'm Lisa Light, and all those stories coming up. But first tonight, our top story, courtesy of Mother Nature. Take a look at all the flooding left behind by thunderstorms in Pueblo West tonight. Several inches of rain came down near Pueblo West High School, leaving behind this raging river where there's usually a road. Our photographer also found some downed trees, and News First 5 viewers on Facebook told us they couldn't see anything. The rain was coming down so hard.
Here's another view of the flooding in Pueblo West. This is from News First 5 director Amy off of Platteville there. And take a look at this picture from Katie as the rain clouds were forming and moving into Pueblo West.
And here's one from Jen. After those clouds opened up, the wind and rain so strong it destroyed the swing set in their backyard. Melinda sent us this one taken near Pueblo West High School. You can see the street flooding there.
Flooding also reported tonight in and around Penrose. This is from Richard's backyard, and plenty of lighting, you know that. This shot from Erica at Dublin and Austin Bluffs in the Springs, and another one from Casey in the Claremont Ranch area. Boy, a beautiful shot there. We thank all of you for those photos.
Colorado Springs also got its fair share of rain. It's still raining right now. 3 women ducked under one big umbrella to make a mad dash to the car. For a while, the rain made driving difficult. It was hard to see through the downpour. Plenty of large puddles to try and avoid.
So what will the rest of the night look like and into your Tuesday? Meteorologist Mike Madsen's been tracking it all night. He's here with First Alert. Hi, Mike.
Rob, it's going to be tapering off later, but later is the key word. It isn't done yet. Now, you've seen some great photos our viewers sent in. Here's a time lapse of what it looked like from Cheyenne Mountain. Look at those clouds boiling away. Look at that heavy amounts of rain moving across Colorado Springs. You're going to get to see that again tomorrow as well. And currently, First Alert Doppler shows you where the storms are. El Paso County still covered by storms, with some of the stronger ones, that red area you see. That's moving right across Peyton. There tapers off a little bit just to the south of Fountain, but there's more there. In fact, we expand our First Alert Doppler view just a little bit. It stretches from southern Pueblo County all the way to just east of Denver. The further east you go, the stronger those storms get. Some of the stronger ones just to the south of Fowler, those are moving in. Sugar City, you had a big bunch move through. You got another batch just to the south. And then we take a look at our southernmost counties, Los Animas County, and where the storms are forming. And the good news is we don't see as many storms forming there. Still a couple. So another 3-4 hours of these storms, but they are going to taper off overnight. You do need to know that a flash flood watch is in effect for many of us until midnight tonight. It starts at Teller and Pueblo and El Paso counties and stretches all the way westward to Utah. Those darker areas you see, flash flood warnings. Teller County for Costilla, Huerfano, and Los Animas counties, Elbert and Lincoln counties as well. And a quick look at some of the precipitation totals we've seen around the region tonight. Up to almost 1.5 inches in Briargate, 1.83 for Pueblo West. Take a look at Beulah in the Wet Mountains, 3.36 inches. 2.5 inches of that came down in about an hour. And there's lots of water in the air, which means be ready. We'll do this again tomorrow. Full details in just a bit. Lisa?
Okay, thanks, Mike. In Colorado Springs, Constitution between Union and Finch is closed tonight. The heavy rains caused many pieces of that roadway to crumble, creating several large potholes. Colorado Springs police will keep the roads closed until crews can make those needed repairs. Fremont County Commissioner Ed Norton tells News First 5 there are closures there as well. Avoid High Park Road between Colorado Highway 9 and Teller 1. There are washouts. And Shelf Road from Cripple Creek to to the start of the shelf 12 miles north of Canyon City, also closed due to those washouts.
Well, a sinkhole will keep a stretch of Tejon in Colorado Springs closed at least into the morning commute. The hole now under repair. It's along Tejon, south of Fountain Boulevard and north of Mill Street. People have to navigate around that closure, but they may see more of these kinds of problems in the city. News First 5's Jeanette Hines is live tonight to explain it. Jeanette?
Rob, engineers are going to take a look at this sinkhole, and they're going to keep this road closed until they can get a real good look at the problem they're facing to figure out how long it's going to take for the sinkhole to be repaired. But they say it'll probably be later rather than sooner. This city worker is up to his neck in a sinkhole. To fix it, crews will have to make a bigger hole right in the middle of Tejon Street. Engineers fixed this 2-foot wide hole last year, but it was just a patch.
These quick Band-Aids are all we can afford to do.
This area and many others like it around Colorado Springs were on a priority list to be fixed with Stormwater Enterprise money. But voters got rid of the enterprise in November with only a fraction of the projects finished.
The rest are still there and getting worse. I think we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg because we're not able to address these proactively anymore. We're reacting.
Underneath this sinkhole is old metal pipe that takes water from the street all the way to Fountain Creek. City engineers would like to replace the pipe with concrete.
But that's a pretty major undertaking. I'm not sure we'll be able to afford that. We'll just have to see what we can do.
Trains may be able to move above this hole, but drivers will have to go around it. Engineers say expect repairs like these to take longer than usual as the city searches for funding. By the way, it was a city engineer that noticed this sinkhole. He was driving by, thought it was a pothole, stopped and took a closer look and realized, nope, this is a sinkhole, and he called for the road to be closed so they could get a closer look. Rob?
All right, Jeanette, tip of the iceberg. That's the word tonight, and more rain in the forecast. Here we go. Thanks.
Continuing coverage now of a shooting in the middle of the day in Pueblo. Sadly, the victim has died, and tonight there is a first-degree murder warrant out for the suspect. He is 22-year-old David Luna. Pueblo police are asking for help in tracking him down. He's accused of shooting Richard Mays at the Midtown Shopping Center this afternoon. Mays passed away tonight. He'd been shot multiple times. His daughter, who is engaged to Luna, was apparently in the car with the suspect and witnessed everything. Police want to talk to her as well. She is identified as 18-year-old Melissa Lucero. Luna's car was recovered inside a garage at his home on West 11th. But again tonight, still no sign of Luna.
And new information tonight at a double shooting in Rocky Ford. Police still looking for two people they say shot the owners of a clothing store Saturday afternoon. The couple thankfully survived that attack. Investigators have given us an update description of the two men they're looking for. One white man in his early 20s with medium-length hair, the other an Hispanic male in his 40s with a mustache who speaks broken English. Police say the getaway car is a gray or silver four-door sedan with New Mexico license plates.
Two people had to be pulled from this car after a rollover accident near Cimarron and I-25 this afternoon. Traffic was tied up for miles. Police say one car hit another, causing it to roll. Thankfully, both people are going to be okay. Their injuries said to be minor.
Now, one of your stories, a local family and Springs police hoping someone can help find a driver who hit a young boy on his bike and didn't stop to help. 12-year-old Troy Reeder's wrist was broken. He has road rash on his knees and back. He was with a friend crossing Fountain at Jetwing about 6 o'clock Saturday night when the car hit his back tire, flipped him off the bike. A couple of people stopped to help, but they left without leaving their contact information. Police would like to talk to any possible witnesses.
Some more information, because if not, it's going to be an open, closed case. And, you know, as a mother, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that at all.
The boys think they remember a mid-sized gold sedan with a woman driving the car and possibly a child in that car.
A fire this morning in downtown Colorado Springs is under investigation. It broke out on Bijou at the Club 15C and also spread to another business. Streets and other businesses in that area were shut down as crews worked to contain it. Right now in the Gulf, crews are making final preparations for what could be the beginning of the end for the oil that first started leaking 105 days ago. A test was supposed to start tonight, but a technical problem has delayed it until tomorrow. Crews will use what engineers call base oil to see if they can push that crude back.
Injection test is designed to do three things. Number one, establish communication or a path for fluids to flow from the Q4000 down into the well itself. Second, to establish pumping rates.
Now, if it works, teams will begin the static kill, slowly pumping thick, drilling mud and cement through that containment stack, trying to drive the oil back into its natural reservoir below the seabed.
Well, after 7 years and 36,000 U.S. killed or wounded in Iraq, President Obama says we have just 4 weeks to go before the end of the war there. By the end of the month, the U.S. will officially end its combat role. 50,000 U.S. troops, though, will remain in Iraq to train the Iraqis until the end of next year. The U.S. forces set to leave, violence is way up, in part because Iraqi politicians can't decide who should govern. July, by the way, the deadliest month for Iraqis since 2008. U.S. troop strength in Afghanistan, meantime, will rise to 100,000 in the fall. Checking your money on Wall Street today, a positive day to start out the work week. The Dow gained over 200 points. The Nasdaq picked up 40. The S&P 500 gained 24 points.
Foreclosures starting to trend down across the state. The El Paso County Public Trustee's office shows we are down about 14% compared to last year's numbers. This year we sit at 2,773. Last year we were at 3,209. Focus on the Family laying off another 110 employees in the next 3 weeks as a result of a rough economy. The Colorado Springs-based ministry has trimmed its staff in the past decade by nearly half, from a high of 1,400 employees in 2002 to 750 after this latest round of layoffs. Focus is fully funded by donations, which are way down recently due to the economy. A Focus spokesperson says the public won't notice much change in the day-to-day operations.
Well, now an amazing story tonight of a Colorado Springs mother who defied unbelievable odds.
That's right. She just gave birth to triplets, but it doesn't stop there. The newborn's proud parents are certainly defying the odds. Zach Thaxton with this story you'll only see on News First 5.
Are you going to open your eyes and say hi?
On first glance, they seem like normal newborn babies. But these babies are exceptional.
There, if you go just right there, sweet. We were shocked. It took us a while to figure it out.
Quinn, Liam, and Hunter Bartz are the newest triplets in the Memorial Hospital Neonatal Intensive Care Unit.
They really like their pacifiers already.
Triplets themselves are pretty rare, but these ones in particular are as rare as they come.
They're identicals.
Yes, identicals. Natural, spontaneous, identical triplets. No fertility treatments, just an out-of-the-blue, natural occurrence so rare that actual odds are a matter of guessing.
Some people have thought that it could even be as rare as 1 in 200 million.
I wasn't thinking it was never going to happen. I just didn't think it's possible.
23-year-old Jamie Bartz is the 1 in 200 million mom. The trio of matching brothers all shared the same placenta before being delivered 5 weeks early.
They're each a minute apart. We have 1251, 1252, and 1253.
Jamie and her husband Patrick weren't the only ones stunned by the news.
Some friends we told through text message were like, yeah, wouldn't that be crazy? And I said, no, really. I was like, we're having triplets. And they're like, oh.
The couple, which met on the way home from Iraq, will have a full household when the triplets go home in about 6 weeks.
And as far as diapering goes, we're going to try cloth diapering, crossing our fingers that works out.
They already have a 2-year-old son. Jamie will have to be a stay-at-home mom, and Dad is just 1 week into a new job after being laid off while Jamie was pregnant. Telling the three apart may be a challenge.
All their personalities are kind of coming out every day, come over a little bit more.
The luster of being 1 in 200 million will wear off as obligations of parenting identical triplets take over, but for now, it's quite a ride.
We've had a lot of interesting stories in our life, and this, I think, tops it off.
In Colorado Springs, Zach Thaxton, News First 5.
Interesting. That's an understatement.
You're not kidding.
Oh, they are cute. By the way, the group of the triplets are a part of a huge group of multiples at Memorial, including a couple of other sets of triplets, several sets of twins, and a set of quads.
That's right, the quads that we met on Friday.
Yeah.
Memorial Hospital has been very, very busy lately.
Yeah.
Well, there is let's take another live look outside right now at First Alert Doppler. Mike's up next with our complete forecast for the rest of the night and your wake-up weather.
But first, more of your great photos of tonight's storms. Here's a great lightning shot from Lenny in Florence.
Rocky Hill shot this raging river in Pueblo West. And Sarah 719 sent us this one after the clouds passed in the Springs.
And here's another amazing shot from Pueblo West. Thanks to Jen and all of our viewers for sending in those great shots tonight. News First 5 at 10. Back in about 3 minutes. Stay with us.